one. Switch them on me.
It's your Wednesday night conversation. It's more than just the gossip. It's the issues that matter most to you. A closer look at current events, just the tip, special guests, and more. Welcome to Let's Have a Fifi, Arizona's longest-running drag live stream. Hosted by Felicia Fifi Minor and Freddie Prinze Charming. Streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Promotional consideration for Let's Have a Fifi provided by Wigs of a Kind, The Burley Barber, Bone and Basil, as well as our patrons at Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Let's Have a Fifi to become a Fifi patron. Virtual tips accepted at paypal.me/Let's Have a Fifi. Welcome to Let's Have a Fifi.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, we are back.
We are back and liver than ever. I don't know.
Live. I don't know. I can't commit to that. I just can't. I would love.
I think we both have been busy in different ways, and definitely, yeah.
I figured I should probably do something more with my face, considering we've been gone for 2 weeks. Like, I would have loved
That's
to.
What
just
I was thinking. I was thinking if I just show up in sunglasses, people will be like, "Oh, really?"
Right. I'd be like, "Really? You had 2 fucking weeks, and this is what we get?" No, it's fine. I decided that I would even wear a wig, and yeah.
So welcome back, the 3 of you. Oh, wow.
4 now. There's 4 now.
Oh, there we go. They're catching up. We're
getting there. We're getting there. People have forgotten. They're like, "Oh shit, it's Wednesday." I know. Same.
I forgot it. This is episode 29 of season 9 of Let's Have a Fifi. My goodness.
I know.
This is your Wednesday night conversation. Welcome to Let's Have a Fifi. I'm Felicia Fifi Minor. And
I
Freddie
am
Prinze Charming.
Still your Mr. US of A. MI classic Freddie Prinze Charming.
Ugh.
Still, I know.
For another what?
At this point, I'm not sure. 18 years, maybe.
Oh wow! Do you get an award for longest reign?
Man, I hope so, and a bonus on top of it. That would be great.
Oh wow! We'll put that in the suggestion box. We'd like to thank our 19 patrons: Allison, Dustin, Bren, Cassandra, 1S, Cassandra 2S, Drake Jensen, Casey Starr, Carrie and Corey, Kim, Joan, Jody, Leanne, Nicole, Patricia Mason, Sassy C. Diaz, Shelly, and Sky.
Yeah.
Special thanks to our friends and supporters who have taken the deeper plunge. Cassandra 1S, Patricia Mason, Sky, and Drake Jensen. So we want to also thank Joan of Bye Bish.
I feel like we're out of practice a little bit here.
Yeah, I am. Bye Bish, Wood Art, Guido Martin, and Jeremy Bright of Ripple Phoenix. You can donate to us or sponsor us or buy us things.
Please, for God's sakes, we still need upgrades on laptops. My laptop is struggling. My laptop is on the fucking struggle bus. It is having issues even turning on. Like, yeah.
My other one's not even on, so...
Yeah.
In fact, tonight I'm using the mouse from that one.
That's good. This is where we're at, folks. This is where we're at.
We're just stealing other equipment from ourselves.
Please help
anyway, donate to us today if you feel like it, if you want to. You can join my texting community and text LHAF to 602-7379. A couple joined over the weekend. I don't
Oh,
I
that's
didn't
exciting.
promote it. I didn't promote it, so
Maybe somebody watched an
thanks.
old episode.
Thanks for stalking me. I appreciate it. Just don't come near the door. It's creepy.
What have you been doing the last week or so? A couple weeks, whatever.
So our school decided that if we can't have an in-person expo, we're going to have a virtual one. And so what had happened was they decided to have 2 weeks, 3 days a week, 2 hours a day of virtual. What we had it. If you really want to know, I'll send you the link and you can watch all the videos. But it was, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know you could produce." I'm like, I don't want to add this to my job. It is such hard work being a producer because
they would need to pay you a fuck ton more money for that shit for sure.
Especially because you have to corral cats, and some of the cats didn't show up to the info sessions. So some of the cats sounded like loud meows. And then you were like, oh, so see what happened was if you just come to the info sessions
like you were supposed to.
So, but overall, attendance was great. Enrollment is up. That's the goal. And then a lot of family time, a lot of taking photos and being taking photos of. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that when we get to yours. I was trying to try to load them. I can see if I could do that while you're talking about.
Okay, so I haven't been doing much really the last
weeks. For fuck's sake. Yes, you have.
So basically all I've been doing is moving. That's it. Just moving. Just moving. All. I did my partner and myself actually did take one evening out of moving and go do the Sticks and Stones shoot with Holly Shoemaker, which I posted the results of that. Felicia did it as well. I know a few other people that have also signed up to do it, and it was really cool. She's an amazing artist, and the concept behind it is to take a negative word and kind of reclaim the power of that word. And it's like I said, she's just a ridiculously amazing human, and she's so fucking talented. But it was really cool, and she's planning a whole show around it, and I highly recommend that anybody, doesn't matter who you are, that you sign up and do it, because book a session. It's amazing. It's amazing.
She's great to talk to, and I sat there for a while talking to her and her husband.
And all the art that's on their walls is their art.
Well, we got more into the oddities than their art, but yes.
Yeah, and all sorts of random weird shit. Yeah, it's fantastic.
I can't find yours.
Look on my Facebook. Or you can look on Holly's Facebook. It's there too.
That's probably easier.
I'm sorry. What the hell?
Why do you post so much? You think you have stuff to promote?
So over the last 2 weeks, I have also become a plumber, an electrician, a carpenter, a farmer, and an ornithologist.
Tell us more. I'd like to know more about this. What's going on?
So, well, first of all, I would like to point out that Dominic Von Strapp and I are going to start our own handy person company. Our slogan is going to be, "We'll get your 30-minute job done in 3 days or more."
Oh my God.
That's so the awful. Projects that I've most of these I've done like myself. There were a couple that I sort of assisted with, but these are the things that I've been working on over the last couple of weeks. So Dominic Von Strapp and I managed to, mostly Dominic, but I helped, and I think I get the general.
Were you the supervisor?
I was the supervisor. Yes. Yes. So we got a dryer wired up outside, and that's not just like plugging it in. Like we literally had to run. We had to get a breaker. We had to do the whole thing. like run the wires, plug the whole 9 yards. Like it was legitimate electrical work, but we got that done. Thank you, Dominic Von Strapp. I set up our
Anybody electrician?
You weren't even here most of the time. What do you mean? You were the supervisor.
No, I said, does anybody know an electrician in case
no, not
that
me.
doesn't work out?
Are you looking at the comments?
Oh no,
no, you're not reading the comments. No,
I don't read.
No. I also set up our outdoor washer so that the gray water can be used for irrigation because we have citrus trees. So I figured, why not? So I did
I meant
that.
to send you something off of Pinterest. I saw that they have like this cute little way that it kind of like does like a trickle like thing. Like
I ain't got time for shit. No.
Yes, you do. No. Yes, you do. You just said you're a handy person.
I cut a shelf out of my closet and installed a rod. I changed a regular outlet to a GFCI outlet. I reinforced a hutch thing and created a beverage station that has coffee, tea, and booze. I swapped out faucet nozzle thingies. I put together a desk and set up the home office. And I don't know if I want to call this the crown jewel. I installed a fucking dishwasher, which may seem like it's relatively easy. Installing a dishwasher is a bunch of bullshit. So first of all, I had to cut out the fucking cabinet, right? So I had to cut out the cabinet to be able to put the dishwasher in. Now, so
what the fuck?
Okay, dishwashers, standard dishwashers, right? They plug into a fucking electrical outlet, and then you have the hoses that the water that goes in and the water that comes out, right? This is standard in any fucking dishwasher. None of those things come connected to the washer.
What?
None of them. So, like literally so you have to connect all of it, including the power cord. The power cord is not like one of those like, like with the PC, where it has a thing where you just plug it in. No, literal wires sticking out that you have to like get all like, yeah.
Oh.
So I had some issues. The instructional video for this was 26 minutes
came
long.
With the
No, it didn't. Well, it didn't come with it. It sort of came with it, but it was like the QR code that you looked at it whenever. It was a 26-minute instructional video. It took me 4 days. Which is why, and when Dominic Von Strapp was working on the dryer, it was a 30-minute job. It took him 3 days, which is why I'm saying that our slogan for our company is, if you have a 30-minute job, we will get it done in 3 days or more. We are that good. I am also currently growing various peppers and tomatoes, and so far nothing's died, and I even have like little peppers and things growing, which are very exciting.
I can contest. I did see that.
You see, and I managed to identify several birds that we have at the new house. We have some lovely ringneck doves, and they're not like the weird ghetto doves. Like these doves, like. These doves have like all their toes. They have both their feet. They're not like ratty looking. You know what I'm talking about? Like you've seen those doves and those pigeons that look like they've been run over. Like we don't have those pigeons. We kind of have bougie doves. Like it's weird. They weren't at the other
either.
These fancy doves were not at the fucking house that was literally half a mile away. So apparently this is,
they knew where they were staying.
We also have house finches, black-necked sparrows, lovebirds. We have a lovely pair of lovebirds. Their names are Ricky and Lucy. And then
you named them.
Yes. And then the other day, a random fucking parakeet showed up. One random little parakeet. He was back again today. I'm guessing at some point he probably got out of his cage, and now he's just feral. So he's just kicking it. He comes and he eats, and he's just hanging out. And then we also have a squirrel. So yeah, that's pretty much been my life.
Let's see if I can share these
pictures. That's pretty much it.
I don't know what I'm doing. So.
Oh yes. Oh good. That's fun.
Automatically add shared screens to the stream. I don't know. Let me figure it out.
Oh. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
So you want me to move on to my tip then real quick?
Yeah, I messed it up.
So, good. All right. So, my tip tonight. I'm going to tell you guys how to install a dishwasher in 3 easy steps.
Oh, please do. After all this
Step 1.
ridiculousness. Uh-huh.
Buy a dishwasher.
Oh.
Step 2. Hire somebody else to do that shit.
Oh.
Step
that's
3.
That's my
Pour
way of
yourself a
doing
drink
things.
and relax knowing that you don't have to deal with any of that bullshit.
Oh my God, that's straight out of my book.
Because, oh my fucking God, if you guys only knew so let me tell you a little bit about this dishwasher while Felicia's figuring this out and we have a little bit of time here. So we get the dishwasher, right? Get it out of the box, put it on its back so I can I have to take all the bits and pieces off of it, right? I plug everything in, I would do all the wiring and whatever, get the hoses connected and shit. And then it's like, all right, well, now you're good. Go ahead and tip it back up, put it back, under the cabinet, blah, 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 run the hoses through, whatever. So I run the hoses through, do everything, get the power cord, all that good stuff, right? And mind you, there's an outlet that's under the sink where the disposal is plugged in. Okay.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Now the disposal, I've already checked. The disposal is 20 amps. The dishwasher is only 15. So I get everything set up. No, not necessarily, but this is important to this. Okay. This is it's so I get everything in, right? And I'm like, okay, this is looking good. I'm very excited. This is great. I plug in the dishwasher. Nada. Nothing. No fucking power, nothing. And I'm like, well, shit. And I had plugged it in the same outlet, but above the disposal. So I was like, all right, well, let me pull out the disposal and plug it in there and maybe that'll work. Nope. Nothing. Nada. Not a goddamn thing. So I'm like, fuck. So I pull the fucking dishwasher back out, flip it on its back, and one of the little wires on the electrical thing had come a little bit loose from the doohickey. I'm using technical terms, so if you don't understand the technical electrician terms, I'm sorry. So the little wire came loose from the doohickey, so I redid that, tightened it up, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to push this thing all the way back in without knowing that it works, right? So I go to plug it in again under the sink. Nothing. Not a fucking goddamn thing. Not 1 ounce of power. And I was like, does the disposal work? So I grabbed the disposal, plugged that back in. That still works. I'm like, okay, the disposal is 20 amps. The dishwasher is 15. Why the fuck is the dishwasher not fucking working? It's fucking stupid as hell. So I grab the thing and I plug it in. There's a socket that's under the cabinet on the wall. So I plug it in there instead. Beep, bop, boop, beep, 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 beep. Oh, good. We have fucking power. But I can't fucking plug it in under the fucking sink so that the cord's out of the way. So instead, what I have to do is I have to run the cord around the other side of the dishwasher. And then up the wall and plug it into the one on the wall. Which is really fucking annoying because now the cord is right there where the door, when you open up the door, we have to make sure that the cord's out of the way when you close the door. Oh my God. But
I think you need to hire an electrician and a plumber.
No.
In the next 90 days.
I'm good. I'm fucking good. I got it. This is, you know what? It's good. It's fine. It is fine where the fuck it is.
Nicole, do not encourage this behavior. Don't do that.
I'm a goddamn electrician and a plumber and a handyman and all the things. I have a Sawzall.
Don't do that. What? Dominic, what?
Oh,
here we go.
And okay, so just to give you an idea of what the rest of this week was like. So things have been so crazy. My brain has just we've been moving. We've been trying to combine 2 households, 4 kids, 2 dogs, and 3 cats, plus an alter ego into one house, right? So it's been a little stressful. It's been a little crazy. It's been a little hectic. We're frazzled. We're tired. And, the kids are here. And you know what? My way is the fucking right way. Just shush. So, oh my God. So the kids go to do laundry, right? And I already tested out the washing machine. It worked. Everything did what it was supposed to do. We go to put on, go to the thing. We turn the thing, pull it. Nothing. Nothing. I'm like, are you serious? What the fuck? I've already run this through a cycle. It already fucking worked. What the hell? Going through all of this, not fucking working. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not fucking dealing with this. I tried like different outlets. I pulled it out, tried it in different outlets. And I'm like, all right, I don't know what the fuck is wrong. Maybe it's something jostled in the washer because we had to swap it with the dryer. I'm like, I'm not even dealing with this. I'm going to get a fucking handyman because I just don't. I can't. I don't have
handle
the
yourself.
I don't have the fucking spoons for it. I'm like, I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm not fucking dealing with this. So I call a fucking handyman. Handyman comes out. And by the way, if anybody needs a decent like handyman, this guy was actually relatively inexpensive, and he comes out and he doesn't charge labor. He charges like a fee to come out and like diagnose shit and then parts. So
we don't have to talk. I need.
Guy comes out, and you know, I'm like, I don't know what the problem is. Like, I've tried it in all these different outlets, and I'm like, I have no idea what the deal is. So he kind of checks it. He pulls it and looks around, whatever. Goes to start it, pulls it, looks at me and goes, "Is the water turned on?" Because of course I had to turn the water off because I had to undo everything and disconnect it so that we could move it. And
hilarious.
I'm like, so I go over to the spigot and I turn the thing and oh look, now it fucking works. But that's where my head has been like, and the whole time, like, and that day was like that. That's just what that day was like, because then I had to go to Ace Hardware to get a Y splitter for the washer for the water hoses. And I spent literally 10 minutes looking around the damn house trying to find my fucking sunglasses because it was bright out. Couldn't find my fucking sunglasses. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going, whatever. I'm walking up to Ace, and in the reflection, I see that my sunglasses are sitting on top of my head. Yeah. So, yeah. But
that sounds so good. Let's see. I can only I'm sharing them in my browser because I can't figure this fucking out. Anyway.
All right, Felicia's got it.
Here's and then I have to. Can I open this? Can I switch them? What? Oh,
maybe not.
Guess not. Okay, that's mine. And then I think this one's yours because I just shared them off of Facebook and didn't change the names.
Oh. There we go. It's like it's such a great project, and I highly recommend people get involved. Like it's amazing. It really is. And Holly is just an amazing human.
Well, the fact that word of mouth spread so quickly when Freddie on Instagram tagged the wrong Holly, she was like, "This is a great project, but I'm getting a lot of messages."
I know. I was like, "Ah, shit, damn it!" I fixed it.
I was like,
yeah,
"Oh my gosh."
She got all booked up for the rest of this month, and now she's booking sessions for May and June. So get in on it, folks. Definitely get in on it. Reclaim your word.
Actually, I don't know. Have I ever told this story on here? I don't know. I've written about it a lot of times, but yes, she is. Well, so I was telling her the words, you know, because you know me, I'm an overthinker, and I was thinking of words, and then I text Freddie, and I overthought the words again, and then I told her what my words were, and she goes, "The first word that you said was the right word. You didn't let me get down the list. We're good." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So, you know, if you're worried, because I saw a couple of you worried about what word you would pick, I would just say like 5 words that you know are like maybe trigger words, maybe, or have huge negative connotation that you still carry it around with you every day, and then take them, and then Holly will work with you.
Holly's amazing. She will totally help you find a word for sure.
And then, especially if you give her a word that you can't spell. Mm-hmm. But mine came with a little bit of a story, short story. I'll tell you. I was called that in a bar here in Arizona, and I want to tell you that I posted. I haven't posted it on my own Instagram, but Holly posted it over the weekend, and the person that made me feel like that sent me an apology. And I just want you to think about this project. It made me cry. I haven't really fully responded. I did like the double tap with the heart, and you're like, oh, fuck. I mean, because I didn't expect. It wasn't, the project wasn't meant for that. It wasn't meant for me to receive an apology. It was meant for me to feel like I was validated by this word, or take back its negative connotation. But I'm still taken back by it and haven't fully replied. But I want you to think, when you're going into this project, that if you book with Holly, hi Holly, that you take that with you, and it's okay to feel the emotion, because you want that. You want that for the image and all that. And she's great. She works behind the camera and tells you move your head. You know, she helped me hide my double chin, which you don't see because the lighting is above me. Another thing, but you know, just wonderful.
If it makes you feel any better, nobody apologized to me, so there's that.
I mean, if they see it, I mean, maybe they haven't seen it.
Oh, I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have, but yeah, no. All right, should we take a closer look at some current events?
Maybe. Fuck. What's going on in the world?
So in politics,
are you going to start with that one?
Arizona Governor Doug Ducey has deployed the National Guard troops to the border to deal with the crisis, which he is blaming entirely on Biden, which I think is hysterical. Even though the number of people that were actually crossing the border were higher in 2018 than they are now. But that's fine. We're going to just ignore that.
What? Excuse me. When we're talking politics, you can't use facts. You have to use
I'm sorry. I know.
what you think you heard, and hearsay, and Facebook posts as validation.
I think the thing is, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. When you have your head up somebody's ass that far, you can't see what's going on. So he had no idea in 2018 what was going on, because his head was so far up Trump's ass, he was like chewing on his diaphragm. So, it's just one of those things. Just one of those things.
And I still want to point out that even the cartel follow the news. So
so stupid. So fucking stupid. He's just an idiot, and he just likes to hear himself talk. There's speculation that he's going to try and run for the presidency in 2024, which I think is hysterical, because he's going to get laughed off the platform. There's no fucking way. He's managed
moron.
He's managed to piss off everybody. And seriously, your state was a worldwide hotspot for the pandemic, not once, but twice.
And the world watched your state turn blue.
Right. So he can go fuck himself.
So, yeah. What's next? Because I'm getting red just thinking about it. Sadly, we're reporting that the U.S. has reported at least 45 mass shootings in the last month, and this weekend was of them. Mass shootings equals 4 or more people shot, wounded, or killed, excluding was a conversation had on Facebook that people were arguing over, again, gun control, arguing again over background checks, arguing around. But one of them, I think, actually bought the guns legally, if I'm not mistaken. So that's not gun control. Just letting you know. Just
Nope.
letting you know.
But since that's happening, we're going to go ahead and focus on more pressing issues like trans rights, trans kids in sports, and making sure trans people don't have the access to the healthcare they need, because that's more important to focus on than people being killed constantly. But that's
Can I ask you a question? How do trans people affect gun control?
Oh, they don't, but we're going to go ahead and talk about that instead, because guns are freedom. Guns are our right. It's our right to have assault weapons.
And what's between people's legs is what's
it's not just
up?
It's not just people. It's children. Like, we have to know what genitals children have. That's far more important.
Isn't there one of those? It better not be our state, because I'll fucking flip. I think it's Florida, if I'm not mistaken, has passed a bill or a law that genital inspection as part of this.
I believe.
Is it Arkansas?
Pretty sure.
That they passed it so that it's just okay to do that. You walk.
It's totally fine, because there's nothing weird about looking at kids' genitals. Nothing at all.
I mean, but y'all keep going to church.
Speaking of kids' genitals, Arizona Governor fucking douchey again signed an executive order stating that all sex ed curriculum needs to be posted ahead of time so parents can see it. And a lot of the comments on this I'm seeing are things like, good, because some things need to be left to the parents, which makes perfect sense, because I don't know about y'all, but if it had been up to my parents, I never would have learned anything about sex. So that seems like a great idea. Who here talked to their parents about sex, and like legitimate, not just don't have sex, but about, I don't know, safe sex, STIs, different types of sex, different things like that? I sure as fuck did not.
I was 10.
Yeah, there was no conversation like that. And based on these Republican morons, yeah, I definitely want to make sure that we leave sex ed up to them, because that just seems like a fantastic idea.
If you remember, this is also to deal with no promo homo. That was also going to be appealed, and basically we don't talk about gay sex at all. We don't talk about other than a man and a woman and missionary. That's all that happens. That's your life.
Yep, that's it.
I just want to let the schools know that kids have access to Pornhub.
See, they're either going to learn it at school, like, and learn it right, or they're going to go find porn on the internet.
I mean, I was educated in sex, but I was also curious about porn. So I still was.
But even then, sex ed is never, it's never enough, because it's always penis and vagina, abstinence is best, have a condom. And there's no other, like,
then we see how that works out.
Right.
How teen pregnancy has just elevated in the last 10 years. You know, I mean, maybe I don't know anything.
Are on the rise in like high schoolers and stuff, but it's totally fine.
I don't know anything though. It's okay. What's next? Oh, did you leave this for me?
I did.
So, newsflash. Freddie had to do the show sheet today, because I was having a bit of a day, and he could do the show sheet today. So, but yesterday we talked, and I said, happy verdict day, because how do you say his last name? I've never been able to say his last name. Derek Chauvin.
Chauvin. I think it's Chauvin.
Chauvinistic pig. Anyway, was found guilty on all 3 counts. Now, I know that on Twitter, because that's where I do my main jazz of Fall News, people were freaking out as, like, you know, things were starting to get close. Some people even crying. Whoa. His family was so excited. George Floyd's family, excuse me. He is being held without bail. I think it's funny because people are like, well, what's the sentence? I'm like, sentencing usually doesn't have a day, but okay.
No, and he also waived his right to have the jury sentence him. So the judge is going to do it, and he said he's going to do it in about 8 weeks.
Yeah. So, I think it finally hit him, because when the verdict got hit, like said out loud, his face just, whoop.
Baby.
I know, not really.
Don't give a shit. Sorry.
So that was the victory, and then we had another
Literally
shooting.
like 30 minutes after the verdict was read. Like,
yes,
it was.
Oh, this one's gonna be hard. A 16-year-old this time. I may mess up her name. Ma'Khia Bryant was shot and killed by cops in Ohio after she called 911 because she was about to be assaulted. She had a knife in her hand for her own self-defense when the cops showed up, and they shot her 4 times without asking any questions, figuring out the situation, who was the victim, who was the suspect.
Mm-hmm.
None of that. And is that the one where the cam is released?
Mm-hmm. And based on the stand your ground laws in Ohio, she still would have been considered a victim, even if she had stabbed somebody, because they were literally attacking her. But totally cool, totally fine, whatever.
I don't know. And just as you say his name, I say hashtag say her name, because this is, and so a lot of things that I read on Twitter is this was a step in the right direction, but not a victory. Right. This was one thing that happened in favor of those that wanted it. So this is the one time. And so the people that made Blue Lives Matter, hashtag Blue Lives Matter, trend on Twitter yesterday, shame on you, because a cop can take off their uniform, but I can never walk out of the house and say I'm not black.
They confuse a job for an actual life. Like, you can choose to be a cop. You cannot choose to be black. Like, it's bullshit.
Exactly. And I have family members that are black and cops. They know exactly what I'm talking about. When you take off that uniform, they are still a cop. But when you see them on the street, do you know that?
Yep. First thing just like that National Guard guy who was
yes
like because he happened to be while
that one's disturbing.
While the verdict is a step in the right direction, obviously it hasn't done anything, because this shit continues to happen over and over and over again. And what needs to happen is they all need to be held accountable, but it's not going to happen. Most of these people are going to get a slap on the wrist. They'll be suspended, maybe without pay for a few weeks or whatever. But then that's it. And that's the problem.
And so for those that say this is just like a male incident, one of these incidents was a female cop. So
who apparently can't tell the difference between a gun and a taser, even though she was like a 25-year veteran or something. 25-year veteran can't tell the difference between a bright yellow fucking taser and a gun. But
there was no danger to her.
Like, are you fucking kidding me? I can tell the difference between a taser and a gun, especially when one happens to be bright fucking yellow. 20-year veteran on the fucking force, and she can't tell the difference. She can't tell when she has an actual gun in her hand. Then why was she on the force? Why was she allowed on the force if she couldn't tell what the fuck she was doing?
Because cosmetologists spend more time learning about hair than cops do about their job.
Correct.
So I would like to, I'm going to get on my little soapbox and preach for a minute. I would like for, I posted this yesterday. There's a George Floyd Act that is, going around, making the rounds. I would like for you to encourage your elected officials to consider sponsoring that. I would also like to have you consider keeping your local electeds that they promise you for the community reform, as some of them are calling it, police reform. You need to stay on people. I wrote a letter to city council about something that kind of affects me. But and I got a letter back. So these people are paying attention. I just want you to know. And if you don't not harass them, don't do it to a point where it's a crime. But if you keep pushing, they will respond to you because they don't really have a choice. After you send like the third or fourth email, they're like, this person is not giving up. But it wasn't even a canned message, so I appreciate that. What's next?
So we've got anti-trans bills popping up all over the country. Arkansas seems to be leading the pack in bigotry. Go Arkansas.
Oh wow, Arkansas. Way to go. No winning nothing. Okay. Oh wow.
And in some COVID news, because I don't know if y'all still understand this, but we still have a fucking pandemic that's happening. Oh, look at this. It's Arizona again. Arizona Governor Ducey has also removed all the mask mandates in Arizona, although some of the cities are fighting back and continuing to enforce masks. He also released a statement saying that in alignment with the CDC, I've removed all mask requirements in K through 12 schools. But what the CDC actually says, which I'm guessing that reading is not his strong suit, nor is anything like, oh, I don't know, facts or research.
I started the segment that way. I told you. You cannot argue with facts.
I know.
You have to go off of something that you copied and pasted off of Wikipedia.
No, he gets his news from Fox. That's the problem. And the CDC actually says that kids should continue wearing masks and continue distancing. So I don't know where the fuck he's got the idea that the CDC said that they can just remove all fucking masks in the schools, because that's not a thing. Like, he's such a fucking idiot.
Some schools, the governing boards have elected not to have mask mandates on their campuses.
And some are continuing to require masks. I know that state superintendent is pushing back, basically calling Ducey a moron, which he is.
Well, she has the whole time.
Right.
The whole time.
Right.
I can't wait. And despite vaccines being rolled out, cases and hospitalizations are including in Arizona. Most are young people who haven't been vaccinated and possibly related to the mutations and the variants and the what else are they?
Get vaccinated, folks. It's available to everybody 16 and over in Arizona. If you are not in Arizona, figure out what the requirements are. Go get fucking vaccinated. And if you're not vaccinated, keep wearing a mask, social distancing, and not doing stupid shit, because there's still a fucking pandemic. We're not out of the woods yet. And the Johnson & Johnson vaccine was actually pulled. It's on pause because 6 people experienced blood clots. So they're kind of relooking at some things, but it's only 6 people.
I heard the FDA is rolling their eyes at, because like millions of people have been vaccinated, only 6 people. Lives are valuable, but should we have stopped that? I don't know. Just think about it. How can you what Jody? How can you not have your kid wear a mask? So stupid. Just wear a damn mask. So I know that I have discussed this with maybe a colleague or two. Some people want the mask off because issues. I have asthma and I still wear a mask. And you're right, Jody. That's what I mean. It's not.
So I saw an interesting meme that went around Facebook. So like 6 people ever have had a reaction to the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. So they're pulling in and researching it and looking at it, right? More people in the last week have been killed by guns. So that means we're going to pull the guns and we're going to research that, right? Does that make sense?
Hashtag that part. That part.
I mean,
I was in high school when Columbine happened, and somebody actually attempted to do that at my high school. So, yeah. like nearly 20, 30 years later, we're still trying to figure out
We're
gun control.
still
Okay.
dealing with this shit.
But we
you know
pause a
what?
vaccine for 6 people. That's what my point is. Like, do we keep going? Or
Yeah, 6 people is nothing in terms of like side effects and things like that. It really isn't. In the grand scheme of things, it's really not.
they test diabetic medication for people than that.
And
I mean,
the people
so,
I keep seeing people like they're like, "Oh, I'm so afraid of like side effects, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Okay, so do you take
so you get the
Tylenol?
flu shot?
Do you take aspirin? Do you take anything medicated in your body? Because it doesn't matter what the fuck it is. It could be fucking X-Lax. You run the risk of side effects. Everything from your standard ibuprofen to antipsychotic meds, antidepressants, doesn't matter what the fuck it is. Everything you take, everything that you put in your body runs the risk of a side effect, including things like weed. Everything. You don't know what your fucking body is going to do. You run the risk of side effects every time you put something in your body. And fuck, you run that risk when you eat something. You don't know when your body's going to be like, "Oh, I'm allergic to this."
So Freddie, I want to ask you a question. Do you know all the ingredients that are in soda?
Yes.
Does everybody know all the ingredients to soda? Because I want to know, like, for a while we were drinking cocaine. For a while we were drinking like acids that were bad for our body.
And we still are.
Guess
what? Alcohol could have side effects. Smoking has side effects. But y'all still fucking do that, but you won't fucking take a goddamn vaccine that could protect you and other people because you're worried about a potential side effect that may or may not happen and would probably be temporary.
So Jody's bringing up the gun safety. This person, one of the incidents, the person actually bought the weapons. He can't lock them up away from himself.
Right, but it's because the gun control laws, you can walk in anywhere. There's a pawn shop right up the street where I can walk in and buy a gun.
I know they have ammo written all on the wall.
We buy and sell guns because who the fuck cares?
Get it.
Like, I'm surprised they don't sell them at Fry's. Jesus Christ. Get them at Dollar Tree.
They sell them at Walmart, though.
They do sell them at Walmart.
Mm-hmm. No background check.
And if I buy it, if I can buy it legally, then I don't need to lock it up because I bought it legally.
There's also the copycat phenomenon, as I like, for lack of a better word, that it is psychologically proven that when these incidents happen, they happen in consecutive order because people are emotionally irrational and take that as he did it, I can do it. He did it, I can do it. And I know that sounds like on the playground, he slapped her, I'm going to slap her. He threw the ball, I'm going to throw the ball. Right. But it is exactly the same, theory, that if somebody is on the edge emotionally and thinking irrationally, they see it, they do it. I know that people are like, whoa, no, that can't be true. Proven. With the, the Oklahoma City bombings, like 3 or 4 happened thereafter.
Yep.
It may not have been blown up on the news as much, but things like that happened. So I say be careful. I say if you are on the emotional roller coaster, please see a therapist. Please check yourself in. Do not harm people. Don't buy guns.
There's no fucking reason. Like, it's fine. Let's see. In terms of numbers here in Arizona, so still giving you guys, let's see. Let's give you guys a little bit still of the.
Oh my God, it's
context.
been a year.
It's been a year. So April 4th of last year is when we first hit 2,000 cases and 50 deaths. So it's been just over a year. June 21st of last year is when we first passed 50,000 cases. So it's been less than a year since that.
Yikes.
As of today in Arizona, we have 855,155 cases, 17,193 deaths. There were 692 cases reported today, and our positivity rate is at 6%.
Is that a steady
6%? Nope, it's going up. And our numbers keep going up as well.
Yeah, it's been a year.
I know, it's crazy to think that it's been a year. Like, we've been dealing with this for a year, and it's not over, guys. It's not over. We're still dealing with it, and I'm still like, people are just going back to normal because they're like, oh, I have the vaccine, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And it's like, but people are still dying, people are still getting it, and now it's mutating, and like, you still have to be mindful. You still have to give a shit about other people and not just go all willy-nilly and do whatever the fuck, because don't be a douchebag.
I know we don't have a lot of people watching, but are all of y'all vaccinated?
There's I am.
So it shouldn't take that long.
Like we've my partner and I, we've already talked about it, and we're like, you know what, we're gonna be able to start having we'll start having people over, but if you want to come and like have dinner, you have to be vaccinated. Full stop. Like, I will cook for you, I will do whatever the fuck, but you need to be vaccinated.
True, if he was gonna cook, but I was craving pizza.
You missed it too. It was damn good.
What'd you end up cooking?
I don't remember. What did I make? I don't think I made anything. What did I make?
It was like chicken skewers or something.
Oh, that's right. The chicken skewers. Those were really good. They were really yummy.
Cassandra 1S, I need you to get the vaccine. Get it. Don't miss your appointment.
Shannon's whole family is vaxxed, so I told Shannon that I would make her dinner.
Oh my god, I would love that.
Right? You want to come have dinner with? You want to come have dinner with us and Shannon?
Yes. Just make sure it's not on a day that Uber or Lyft are not charging me $150 to get to your house.
Fucking Christ! You know what? If that happens, we're just gonna have you sleep on the pullout. We'll just have you sleep on the pullout.
Oh my god, that was crazy. Oh, so I didn't mention that part. I did go to see Freddie's new digs. So I was like, oh, this is nice. And then I was like, like trying to get out, you don't be trying to stay at people's houses unless you, but I was craving pizza, and I ordered pizza on the way to Freddie's house because I was that, like, in my mind, I was like, pizza. And so I'm like trying to leave, and both Uber and Lyft said it would cost me $150 to get home. And I was like, no, it doesn't. And it was probably the time of the day, but I was like, damn, it didn't even cost me that much to get over here.
Shannon, Felicia would have preferred to have pizza than eat what I was cooking.
I was craving it. I can't ignore it. I ate a whole pizza by myself.
So disappointing.
I ate a whole pizza by myself.
She could have had the food that I was making, but she chose pizza instead.
Well, fact number 1, I ordered it before, and then I was craving it. Fact number 2.
Regardless, when you come, if you don't want to go all the way back, we actually have 2 pullouts. There's the little love seat in the back room actually has a twin size pullout, and then the couch in the living room has a, I don't know if I think it's a full size pullout.
I only sleep in a king.
I'm so sorry. Fuck off. I don't care. Then you're just gonna have to deal with it. But the option is there. But whatever.
Oh my god, they're coming after me.
She could have had my food.
You know
what? Could have eaten what I was
what's
making.
So funny is Cassandra's comment with this one and the one that she posted earlier. If you didn't see it, you have to go read Freddie's Facebook. But uh 17-year-old Uber in
Yeah,
my
Shannon.
house.
Shannon, in fact, is whoring her 17-year-old out to us as a designated driver anytime we need it.
Oh.
So good. It's good to
Oh.
know.
Oh,
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
Yeah, she was like, "It's fine. You can use her." Great, cool, thanks. Sure, it doesn't violate any child labor laws or anything like that.
No, it's a trade in my respects.
Right.
'Cause I have her senior pictures. So.
Oh. And you have my pictures too.
Yeah, I'm working on them. You, Davina.
Fine. It's gonna go
I'm just
on the
busy. Just busy.
You know what? So am I.
I'm
Okay,
so
we're all busy. Everybody's busy, Felicia. Everybody.
Y'all live close enough. Oh. Just whoring out the kids.
We live close enough. Felicia doesn't live close enough. Felicia lives all the way in
she'll run out of the gas by the time she gets here.
Tucson. Jesus.
But anyhow,
let's see, what have we got coming
of Tucson? On May 8th, we'll be in Tucson at Bumstead's for the Mother's Day brunch, and Shannon will be there. I heard lots of goodies will be handed out and hugs, possibly.
I'm vaccinated. I can hug Shannon.
I'm vaccinated. I can hug Shannon. It sounds like a commercial. On
oh my God, we should totally film like a PSA, like with us hugging other right, like us hugging other vaccinated people and be like, "Do you miss hugs?" Because if you do,
oh my God, Shannon, you should do that for free mom hugs. Right. We can record. We both know how to do that. Free mom hugger will be there. Yes. And then on Sunday, I have been on stage already, so it's not like I haven't been anywhere. But this is my first time performing in a bar in a really long time, because I haven't performed in a bar since February of 2020, maybe.
February 29th was my last bar show.
So I had my last bar show before yours. So it was February. So I have not performed in a bar in a really long time. And that's where I will be performing in Magic at Stacy's on Sunday, April 25th. Encourage that you buy tickets ahead of time and wear your mask, even though the douchey said that you don't have to, because the bar requests that you do. If you don't like that, then I appreciate your patronage, but please follow the rules. I don't want anybody getting kicked out because they're not wearing a mask. So let that be said. Thank you to those that did make reservations. If you do want to make them, I have been posting the flyer all week on all of my social media. So there is no... you can scroll on my profile and not even miss it at all. So you have no excuse. Upcoming guest. We made him reschedule because he was supposed to be today. And like Freddie said, spoons ran out and I forgot to, do pre-production and tell him when we were going.
Yeah, we've got plenty to talk about anyway. Like we have to catch up on the last 2 weeks. So,
and I have been doing enough pre-production that I was like, you know what, we're gonna reschedule you. It's fine. So BJ Minor, actor, director, and producer. Nick Chili Hayes, musician, entertainer, and artist, and so many more. Next week, possibly, I may not be here because people get happy with virtual events, and I may have to work one. So,
hey, Sassy,
not my own.
Thanks for tuning in 1 minute before we end.
Oh.
Sassy popped on. It's 8:59. Thanks, Sassy.
Wow. It's better to be here than not at all.
Cool. Oh my goodness. But if Alicia's not here next week, then I'm going to be running the show, which is going to be interesting because she has to show me how to do that.
Yeah, we need to find.
It'll be fine. Hopefully my laptop can handle it. Please support us on Patreon and give us money so we can replace our dying equipment.
Or PayPal. You can go to paypal.me/let's-have-a-fifi. $1, $5, 500 goes a long way. Anyway,
1,000, 2,500.
Oh, if somebody sponsored us at 2,500,
if someone would like, I know the laptop that I want. If someone would like to sponsor, it's like $2,400 at Costco. If someone would like to sponsor my laptop,
by the time we probably get to it, a new one will come out. But
it'll be obsolete already. Fuck. So my life.
We want to thank you for joining us for our Wednesday night conversation, or your Wednesday night conversation, not mine. I didn't do anything.
You were here.
I just showed up with lip gloss and a couple of lashes.
Same.
Thank you to all of you who watched live and those that watch on the replay, because I know like Jeremy Bright watches like Thursday mornings religiously and then sends me a message about the episode. So shout out to Jeremy Bright of Ripple Phoenix. And we will catch you next week, either with or without me. I'm not sure what's going to happen there, but
I'll be here regardless.
Have a wonderful night.
Good night.
Promotional consideration for Let's Have a Fifi provided by Wigs of a Kind, The Burly Barber, Bone and Basil, as well as our patrons at Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Let's Have a Fifi to become a Fifi patron. Virtual tips accepted at paypal.me/Let's Have a Fifi. Subscribe to the Let's Have a Fifi podcast. You can listen on your favorite podcatcher. See you next week for your Wednesday night conversation. This has been Let's Have a Fifi.